All right. Hello all. Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So, very interesting thing here. I did not expect this. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be very interested to see if going forward, every character, every major release character, at least like the very premium one, is going to have this. So as you can see, 17 hours, 20 minutes until the banners are live. Right now it is 6:39 a.m. my time, so I'm sure you can figure out that I mean at 12 a.m. my time is when it releases. Baby looks very crazy. So without having any of the cooler movie Easy Ace here, I feel like that 100% confirms. Like there's no scenario where Namek isn't either New Year's or 11th anniversary. It has to be one of the two at this point. They would not hold on to those 4 major LR EZAs with nothing planned for them. This was the opportunity, the movie celebration, to drop them. They didn't do it. So it has to be coming. So I really do want to save my stones. Pretty much going forward entirely. Well, I don't know. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of like quote unquote skip stuff coming up, so we'll see. But anyway, Baby's gonna have tickets. I really hope I get him. Now, the reason why we're doing this here, Global does not have their data download yet. However, in the JP data download, I saw this last night before I went to bed. There were special defensive equips. So you know how it's going. We're gonna be doing those. Now, I really thought, and you could even, I don't know if I said this in a post or where exactly it was I said this, but I do know I've said, it might have been in one of the monthly updates where I'm like, okay, I don't really expect to have to be doing the equip calcs once we're out of the major celebration season anymore. Well, def calcs I still do, but the special equips, I didn't expect a normal Dokkan Fest TUR to get its own special defensive equips. Now, from what I saw, this is obtained in a similar way to Gold Frieza Gogeta as well as Broly from limited time special missions. So you'll have to make sure to do those. Once you do those, you'll have these permanently. If you don't do them, by the end of the celebration, unfortunate, but that's what you gotta make sure to do them. So as far as I know, I checked, there was nothing for possessed trunks. It's just Baby. Did not expect these, but we have them. So I guess now, when there are defense equips, I don't know if there will be going forward. I may have to do 3 calc videos for every character. Like I do the rainbow one with the breakdown first. Then I want to do the 55% one. No breakdown, just like showing the calcs. Obviously, I've already broken the character down. And then I'll do the 55% and rainbow special defensive calcs. I already have them done. I'll show them in this video. So, with that being said, I'm actually not at the top. Okay, so similar to how I usually do, I did just, put in parentheses the actual, the change, right, from having these. And they are pretty substantial, I do think. At least in my opinion, they always are. I mean, sure, it's only tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, but I mean, I feel like every little bit of defense helps. I don't know. I'm a big defensive player, though, so maybe, that certainly clouds my opinion, but I really do think that every bit of defense helps, especially when you have a character like this. I mean, he has guard. He does have the dodge, so if you fail a dodge, it'll help, essentially. So just for Rainbow Super Baby 1 here, I mean, we're talking a 240,000 difference. This is just on the Omega setup, right? This isn't any like extra stuff. Technically you can even have more defense than this. I don't like to show that, like, I mean, we've only had Omega for a couple of characters now, obviously, but personally, I don't. All right, time to show the 180% support. Like, I just want to show, okay, this is his defense. This is his defense if you're, running him without being on Omega's team, right? And if you're just running him on Omega's team, just I want to give like a broad idea of what the character can actually do. But I don't, I can't calc every single little different scenario, right? So, but yeah, this is just double Omega support. That's all this is. I had someone ask me about that on Twitter, so I wanted to make sure to. If you don't know, that's what this is supposed to represent. Um, Obviously pretty good. And then we'll keep the rainbow and the rainbow portion, then I'll scroll back to the 55%. So for Super Baby 2, now obviously once again, I mean the start of turn as well as the final super here are the exact same values as start of turn and final super for Super Baby 1. Um, I I do think, by the way, because once again I do have the 55%. I still have the second additional on there. I do think, especially if you see, you do have a chance. It's not a big chance. It's literally a 4% chance with this per additional, per attack to proc the hidden potential, and then it's a 50-50 on a normal or super. So it's not like a very high chance when we're talking about 55%. But I would say, being a stacker, right? I mean, I like additional in general, but especially on stackers, you want to get as much value as possible. And I mean, this guy, he already has a ton of dodge, right? He does have the crit. I mean, I feel like just building additional on him is the sort of thing you'd want to do anyway, regardless of how many dupes you have or don't have. Now this is, Rainbow once again. And I mean, I feel like this makes a pretty big difference. 440,000 difference. Now this is if this is technically 9 stacks. I suppose maybe I could have done a better idea of really showing this, explaining this. If you guys aren't aware, this is actually what turn this would be. So he can transform at the earliest turn 3, right? So this is turn 3. This is turn 5. This is turn 7. Just to give an idea, and that's if you get him turn 1. Obviously, if you get him like turn 2 or even turn 3, it pushes things back, because his transformation condition isn't third turn from the start of battle. It's third turn from character's entry turn. So it's actually the kind of bad one, but as long as you get him like turn 1, it shouldn't be a big deal. So yeah, I mean, there we go. I do think makes a pretty substantial difference. And then, I mean, here we got a 330,000 difference, right? I think it does actually help a lot, with all the characters doing insane damage. And, if you run him with, I don't know about actually running full corroded body of mine. I don't know if you even can right now. We'll have to see what they add this celebration. But if you were going to, right, I mean, the Trunks does have a 30% for 2 turn lower. So, I mean, that could help, obviously. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see how everything works once the characters actually come out. Then to scroll up here real quick, we do have Super Baby 1 at 55%. And especially at 55%, I do think these make a pretty substantial difference. I mean, being 55% always feel like every bit of defense values to be fair, or is valuable to be fair, but especially at 55% where you're already behind. I mean, these will help catch up a little bit to like a rainbow baby, right? So turn 1, I mean, getting up to 2.1 if you get the hidden potential. Obviously, not as likely. You'll probably be more like here, because he only has the 1 guarantee to Super Baby 1, which obviously this isn't a good value. However, he does have 80% dodge. I don't like how it's only 1 turn. I feel like a lot of people haven't realized that. I caught that immediately when I was doing the breakdown. I feel like a lot of people have not caught on to the fact that that's a 1 turn on both. It's just 1 turn. So, I mean, it helps, but this is just to get him into Super Baby 2. And this is just to buy time while he stacks, essentially, is how I view both of these. I mean, still, he has a great chance to dodge, though, and the guard. So I think he'll be pretty decent. And then as we go down here, wrong one. As we go down here, obviously, once again, same sort of start of turn and a hidden potential values. Although, once again, I mean, this is 55%, so you'll probably be more like in this ballpark, which technically, I suppose, is better than Super Baby 1 because you're unlikely to get the additional super, 55%. But obviously not the highest defensive value there. But, turn 1, he does have 90% chance to dodge. It's very unlikely you're going to get hit. If you do get hit, hopefully it's a normal. I don't know. I really like him. I think he's going to be really great against like all of the normals. Obviously, once you start talking about like supers, I mean, also I suppose, if he gets hit by like an AOE attack, that could be kind of rough, for sure. I would. Oh, why did I? I was like, what the hell? Why did I put that twice? If you get hit by an AOE, obviously immediately it's not gonna you're gonna be in pretty bad water. But if you are on like double Omega, you have 20% damage reduction, right? And by the end, let's say you have guard with this as well. That's not like a very high value, but I do think it is also worth noting. Like if you're bringing him against like Rose Zamasi fight, right? Now, obviously, you're more likely going to be in this area, or at the very latest this. I don't think, especially on the Omega team, you would practically never go down here. But this could actually help, genuinely, against like a Rose AOE normal. So, I do think there is real value in these. Once again, I always do, but I really like to see them. I really like to do them. I'm sure people are. Well, I know people are curious how like big the equips actually give. I always like to show. I'm always a fan of the raw stats, even attack. I throw attack on certain characters as well. I'm more of a defensive player. I usually throw raw defense, but even attack, the raw stats do make a substantial difference, especially when we're referring to a stacking character. I mean, even at 55%. This sort of scenario. I mean, we're talking a 400 and what is this, 20,000 difference. I feel like it's pretty decent. I mean that could definitely help you. So, yeah, there we go. Let me just scroll through here slowly at the end here, and we'll call this one here. I really like him. I hope I can pull him. I am sort of working on a summon video. It's not. Because I did want to do a couple more multis on the Carnival banner. I did. I feel like they went pretty well. I did also do my remaining tickets at this point for the Transcendent Dokkan campaign. Because I don't believe at this point we will be getting like a thank you bonus with extra tickets. So I did those. Those went very, very well, actually. So I do got a summon video cooking up. I'll get the sort of Dokkan Day as well as the seriously serious tickets in there, and we'll hopefully, and because we should have 28, I believe, hopefully I'll manage to pull a copy of Baby. I mean, my luck this celebration's been pretty insane, so I kind of doubt it, but I actually really would like it. I've been wanting a Baby Dokkan Fest forever, it feels like. So but yeah, we'll end this one here. I guess this goes a little longer now that I'm including the 55% calcs. That makes sense. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.